Roads. They're always there. To bring us to friends, but also to funerals. To have fun, but also to go to war. Back in the days, over 2000 years ago, Julius Caesar also went to war over a long cobbled road. This road, the so-called Via Belgica, connected towns of the Roman Empire from east to west and is one of the oldest known routes in this region. Nowadays we call this region by the names of France, Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany. The Via Belgica used to run from Boulogne-sur-Mer all the way to Keulen. The actual road is already long gone, but some remnants along the route still reveal its past. My name is Noel van Loon of Fat Pigeon. Together with Casper, Kenneth and Mark, we will ride our 520-kilometer version of the Via Belgica on our bikes in the darkest days of December.
My name is Kenneth Alting. I'm 46 years old. I'm the father of a beautiful daughter and son. And married to my beautiful wife, Eve.
Wij hebben voor ons Casper van Amersfoort uit Oosterwijk. Die een eigen zaak heeft in het dorp van Oosterwijk. Een elektrobultzaak. En die helemaal verknocht is aan fietsen.
Well, my name is Mark van Ham. I'm 42. Rider of a lot of ultra distances and great adventures.
My name is Noel van Loon. I'm 29 years of age. I live in Tilburg. Yeah, this is Fat Pigeon and we go on the hunt for adventures as a profession. This year, I think we were just looking for tough guys. Based on the experience last year, I think, we thought, okay, we just need tough guys who are open-minded and who are like willing to go all out, you know, and not in terms of speed, but more like in terms of, yeah, not finishing is not an option for these guys.
A little bit of my enthusiasm. So I had better days.
Yeah, my darkest moments was definitely the first day. I was still not feeling that good, still feeling a little bit of ill.
It's always the same song when you're trying to catch up with Noel. Killing me slowly. Always the same song.
So far so good. We're about 90 k's in and yeah, the route's pretty good so far.
Got some rice cooking up. There's some vegetable curry over there, but it's in a pan that cannot be opened. Some real old school CRAZY500 ghetto cooking coming on right here.
Yeah, the dinner at the first evening in the hotel, yeah, that was really beautiful. Never had it. It's called tofu, green curry tofu. Never had it before. Maybe it's the setting of the hotel and creating it on a mobile stove or something like that. But it was a lovely dinner.
We went all to bed quite early because day 2 is like the Queen stage, so we needed to be well rested for that one. So we set the alarm at like 4:50, then we got into bed to have a couple of hours of sleep.
De eerste ochtend dat we wakker werden, was na de eerste dag fietsen wat 120 kilometer was. Wat niet zo heel veel energie heeft gekost bij mij. Dus vond ik dat ik vrij strak en vrij fit aan de start stond.
The secret is that you have to start with your bad leg.
Front.
So, and then you only have to take a half rotation with your bad leg, and you can immediately have a full rotation with your good leg. Especially on the long endurance ride, it's key to have a quick start.
We zijn er bijna.
I really love riding in the dark. You're in your own world, and a very small world, because everything is dark. You're only with yourself, your bike, and the first few meters of road in front of you. That's all that's there. The other things in the world doesn't matter anymore.
So we passed like this fortified town, super cozy, cobbled roads, canals around the town, fortified walls. So it really felt like we were in the Middle Ages. And yeah, that's just some cool features in the route.
How many flats did we have? Unbelievable. Yeah.
I think you had 3. You changed 3 tubes.
One plug,
2 tires.
2 tires.
2 tires.
Yeah, 3 times flat. You had 3 times flat.
1 plug.
1 plug.
So yeah, it was puncture, puncture, plug, plug, puncture, puncture, and it was already getting dark. It was starting to rain, and we were like, oh shit, we still have a long ride to go. And then we got on the bike again. We left, and I think 200 meters later, getting tire got empty. So we had to replace this one as well. And it was, yeah, puncture after puncture, mud after mud. Started to get dark, it was raining. We were just completely done with all those punctures, with all the nasty sections in the route. And then I punctured again. Yeah, it was already, I think I have like 3 different tubes in there already. And just keep getting punctures, so yeah. And I was like done with it. So luckily we chose to bring a spare bike. So I just quickly did the bike change, got onto the Pink Panther and left again.
At the end of day 2, the car came passing us by, and it was a nice stretch, a little downhill I think it was. All the bad things we had that day, a lot of punctures, a lot of bad roads, rain, just came together to finish it off. Definitely, you have to celebrate nice feelings, nice moments of the ride.
Welcome to Belgium. As you can see, it's beautiful out here. We're enjoying the scenery, we're enjoying the weather. So yeah, typical day in Flanders.
To be honest, it wasn't all that fun. There were some moments that I thought by myself, why am I doing this? Not much. Most of the time we had fun, guys?
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, singing, cheering, telling jokes.
At the end of day 2, I was sitting on a bench in the Airbnb and I just needed to clear my head, just think of nothing.
Zal ik geef u die kaartjes voor de kamers, dat is de code voor binnen gaan.
Als je iets langer nadenkt, is het eigenlijk de aankomst van de tweede dag geweest. Dat is de zwaarste dag geweest. Dus dat er die op zat, was best een hoogtepunt. Absoluut.
The night was good. My sleep was very deep, so I hope it pays off on the bike today. I feel okay, but some because of we rode with wet clothes yesterday, I have some sensitive points now. Yeah, those cobble sections it's just super special to ride these cobbles in the night with just some lights around you and just having the vibration, seeing your headlight, being there with your friends.
Somebody during the ride told me that the most important sprint is the border sprint. So I had put everything on everything to win that sprint. I'm not sure that I won it, but I definitely will claim the win.
Oh, the first, what is it, 75k now? It's quite easy. Wind in the back. So only most of the time tarmac, so it was a quite easy part. And looking at the route designer, I think that we have a little gravel in front of us.
But on the trail view pictures, it looked like very good gravel, not the liquid stuff that we had yesterday. And especially if we have the sun now, that gives a big difference compared to yesterday.
Yeah.
The roads in the Netherlands, in Limburg, I think most of the roads I knew. I don't think there was lots of places I never rode before. Yeah, it's fine to know what to expect when you turn left and there's a climb and you know, okay, I can do this climb. I know how long it is. I know the state of the gravel. It makes it a lot easier to ride when you have something you know.
Toen we bij de mijn waren en over het randje keken, gaf dat een gevoel van, wauw, dit is heel groot, dit is gewoon heel machtig.
Maybe you could say that there was a little bit of a bromance over there, yeah. Yeah, it was maybe a little bit of emotional, yeah.
Die foto heb ik inderdaad gezien. Ja, dan staan we zo te kijken en ja, dat vind ik een geweldige foto.
So the Via Belgica goes from Boulogne-sur-Mer in the north of France to Cologne in Germany, Köln. And yeah, the main highlight of Köln is the cathedral. It's like a mighty landmark rising high above the city. Finishing with the four of us all together, yeah, that was really nice. But it was also like planned in a way, because we just knew, okay, these guys, they won't give up unless their bike breaks.
Ik heb zeker niet getwijfeld of gedacht van ik moet stoppen of ik moet opgeven, absoluut niet. Als het materiaal het volhoudt, hou ik het ook vol.
I think I wouldn't change anything. I would do exactly the same as I did this time.
CRAZY500 has everything. It's just an enjoyable ride, but enjoyable while suffering.
You just need some guys who are experienced with that kind of stuff and know how to cope with that.